honestly, the people there were pretty amazing to me. Like, they were probably the most helpful people that you will come across. It also helps that one, I was Indian. They have a pretty good
Mhm.
image of Indian people over there, from what I can tell at least.
Shocking. Very
Shocking, right?
Very
So,
shocking. Holy
right, every person that I met, when I told them that I'm Indian, they were like, "Oh my God, you must be some sort of genius.
I see.
You
Okay, I
must
get.
you must know all the math.
All
You must do yoga every 2 hours." I
Oh
did
yeah,
none of that.
even the
Math is my
yoga
worst
stuff.
subject.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
I've heard the yoga stuff a lot outside. Yeah, it's very annoying. I've
Yeah.
also gotten a lot of namastes, and I've never namaste in my life ever. And I'm like,
You just
Yeah.
did,
okay,
Sid.
My
You just
students
did.
used to drop that on me all the time.
yeah,
That's right. So they had a generally good image of Indians, at least the people I met. But it also helped that I was an Indian girl. Like
yeah,
Gora came and visited, right?
yeah.
Towards the end
Gaura
of
is my brother. You guys might remember him from the background in the
From
last
sitting
episode.
behind Bru. Yeah.
yeah. So the thing is, when Gora came over, he's pretty tall, Japanese standards. He had a beard and a mustache, which is also kind of not as popular in Japan. Like generally, a lot of people like to stay clean shaven. You have people with beards and stuff,
Yeah.
but you see a lot more people that are clean shaved. So first off, he's brown. He was tall. He had a beard. So I think that intimidated a lot of Japanese people. So he'd be
Oh.
walking down the street and they'd see him coming and they'd cross the road. Yeah. So I could see that there is that certain level of caution with Indian men, but
Yeah.
they were fine with me, I guess.
Although I would like to point out that my brother is not the type of person people in Japan would consider normal. He was probably walking down the street loudly singing some song with
No,
a complete long
no,
lyrics
no. He
and
was
with
so
no idea of what to do.
No, he was so proper. It was his first time abroad too, right? So he was
Yeah.
extremely cautious and he wasn't sure how to behave in general. So he was being extra cautious. So he did nothing of that sort from what I know.
Very
Yeah.
surprising.
Surprise.
More surprising than Indian people having a good image outside India. But yeah.
Oh, I have some
Like-
horror stories though of meeting
what?
Indian people over there.
Oh yeah. Oh, even I have a lot of them. Those are painful. I try to avoid that. Yeah. My God.
I already know what to expect if you say
Yeah.
you're meeting Indian people in another.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Are they Gujaratis
But
with?
I don't know about where they were.
What do they take in? Audi had this experience in Dubai actually. Where,
Oh yeah.
I forgot what they got. Audi, what did they get? You can unmute yourself for a second.
Oh yeah. They
I
got
love
tape.
They got
Thepla.
tepla and they were eating it in Dubai.
I love
Audis.
Thepla though.
Would
Don't
you-
hate on Thepla.
Would you take it to Japan and eat it there to show that you're Indian?
I mean, why not?
I see.
I mean, I no hate on the food. It's just the actions that hurt a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, they can
Oh,
eat
yeah.
whatever they want.
Yeah, they can eat whatever. If you want, you can tell us. You can tell the 5 people that listen to us. Your interesting anecdotes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, first off, I was the only brown girl in Kamakura at that point in time. So the entire
Wow.
the entire area of Kamakura knew me as that brown girl. So, like, so it was really rare for me to come across them. Although it's extremely touristy,
Yeah.
somehow coming across another Indian person was rare for me. I don't know why.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
so yeah. So you can imagine my extreme surprise when I was helping out that friend's boss for a while.
Mhm.
They needed someone to translate some stuff for them. So I was helping out at a cafe. And I see this name. It was like a cafe plus, what do you call it? A guest house sort of a thing.
Okay. Mhm.
Right? So I see in the register a name that shares my surname to Indian men coming to this cafe later that day. And I was extremely surprised, mildly excited, but mostly worried.
Yeah. I feel that.
But it had been like several months since I'd seen another Indian here. So I was a little excited, you know. So sure enough, they turn up that evening. And they're just two. They seem like middle-aged men. They work in another part of Japan. They just come here for touristy stuff, I guess. And they don't realize that I'm Indian, or they don't like dare to check if I am.
Okay.
So they start speaking to me in Japanese,
I see.
and which is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I just plucked up the courage and I told them, hey, I share the same surname, and we had a small conversation, and they went away, which was fine. So the next morning, I come down to help my friend Henrik, who was working at this cafe at that point in time. Like the morning time, once people check out, is when he has to do the cleaning and stuff. So I just come to give him company sometimes. So Henrik is French. So he's I come and I see him looking really tired of life, and he's sitting behind the counter, and ask him like, what happened? And he said, Nive, I do not want to be I do not want to be offensive, but the two Indian men, they are annoying me.
My God.
And I said, okay, Henrik, what happened? What did they do? And he went on to tell me that they keep complimentary cereal and milk for everyone staying in the guest house, right?
Yeah.
So they'd kept a huge dabba, like a huge box of cereal, like 2 jars, and an entire jug full of milk. And the both of them came in first and finished all of it.
I see.
They finished the entire thing. And Henrik said that all he could do was just sit and watch in horror as it got over. And we laughed about it. And,
Wow.
but it was fine, right?
Yeah. That's
We see them, they come later and they check out and they leave. And then Henrik
Yeah.
starts to clean up. And he goes into the washroom. And there was something that I probably should not.
Oh my God. Yes.
They were the only 2 people left there. And basically, they absolutely clogged it up. Threw all the toilet
Oh
paper
my
that they could
God.
find inside and skedaddled. They just ran out of there and checked out.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
classic, Like, I think they say the Japanese leave places cleaner than they are. I think people
Yeah.
like these leave them way dirtier than they were
and
before.
I was so embarrassed.
This
I was
reminds me
so
of
embarrassed.
This reminds me of the incident Sid had with the Chinese friend of his in his dorm.
Oh yeah, my Chinese roommate.
Tell her
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so I
Gosh.
think I was living in a dorm in Singapore in like a apartment with 6 people, and it had 1 bathroom, And we kept getting new roommates again and again. So I think I forgot his name, but there was this Chinese guy who came for 1 day. He just moved in. He couldn't speak a single word of English. Like we couldn't even get his name out. So we were like drawing on paper, like country, like what is yours
That's
name?
cute.
Like we were trying to point and figure out.
That's cute.
But the thing is, so I think his friends came from the apartment above and he moved there the next day. And the thing is, we used to leave our back door open, so that if someone forgot the key, they could enter from behind. We used to leave it unlocked. This guy, so I wake up the next day in the morning, I go to the bathroom and there's poop on the toilet, okay? Just not flushed. And you don't do that when you're living with other people, like...
Audie's face is great right now. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, it's great. So you're like, okay, interesting. Who did this? Like, I asked everyone. We talked about it. We're like, who can do this? You did it. Like people started blaming each other. Then even the next morning, then it happened almost for like 2-3 days. And like, who is this water? Who is pooping in the morning and not flushing the
No.
toilet? And then like I had a roommate. Like he's like this really buff dude. He used to eat like 2 kgs of chicken a day. And he woke up really early. And he apparently caught the Chinese guy who used to come down through the back door, poop in our toilet, and go back to his apartment. Yeah.
Okay, guys, there's a fun little surprise here.
What?
Since Niveta was talking about how Gaura and her were in Japan,
Mhm.
I decided to call in Gaura, who was thankfully not sleeping, and he is going to take over from me for the next couple of minutes, and he's going to talk about their experience over there.
Oh, yeah,
and then he will
that'd
give
be
it
good.
back to me. And sit and or you can ask your questions. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Gora,
But yeah,
Yay.
that
the
roommate
Yeah.
thing
famed
was
one.
horrible.
There he is.
Yeah, that was
No.
very painful. Hello, Gora. Finally, no hating anymore on this episode. No one will
Hi.
hate
What's up,
anymore.
guys? What's up?
Hello, what's up? What's up?
Nice to see ya.
Nice
So-
to hear. Yeah.
Introduce yourself first.
I'm Gauranga. I am Nivedita's boyfriend. And in 2018, I went to Japan to meet her and
Mhm.
check out Japan for 45 days.